Hi, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the chorus, Success, Here I Go. This is a Brazilian-made series. It's a musical drama, and it is like 18 or so episodes. Each of them are about, this one, I only watched the first episode, it's about 42 minutes long, and yeah, it's overdubbed. At least by default, it's overdubbed. I'm pretty sure you can probably turn on the original Portuguese language track, I imagine. So I didn't try, but there are options up in the right-hand corner, I think. But yeah, there's a lot of names in this. There's a lot of characters in this. I don't know any of them, but because I don't follow Brazilian television or actors or films, and that's on me. But in this case, it's, by the way, this is from 2022. It's very recent, and it's a Disney Plus original, although I'm sure it exists on not Disney in Brazil. It is full of an enormous amount of beautiful people, beautiful women, beautiful men. They're just everywhere, and well, you kind of expect that. This is one of those poor average person seeking fame kind of stories, and there are like at least 9 different characters. From what I could be wrong, at least 9 different main characters that are reaching for the stars, in a sense, being asked to, they find out about this audition done by these famous people. That there's a whole story with that. There's a whole central drama with that, where and it kind of unfolds pretty early on. They're like the first characters we technically meet. It's an older man with a beautiful younger woman. They're married and have a 13-year-old son, but she had the son with her previous husband, who left her for another man, and then she was taken. She hooked up with the old guy, and they're all at an awards ceremony, like I guess the Oscars in a sense for Brazil, and I don't know. A lot of it. I have no frame of reference other than just people taking photographs on a red carpet, and there's limousines, and there's people sitting and clapping for people receiving awards. So. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. By the way, I'm gonna mess this up, but the original title of this is O Coro Sucesso Aqui Vou. Yeah, that's my best shot. So that's what you got to take. It's from this. These kind of stories are prevalent in every culture. It's the following your dreams, showing your talent, just taking the big step of moving out of your average world or whatever circumstances you're in. And everybody has a different story. One singer, he doesn't even want to be doing this, but his mom encourages him. My God and me gave you this talent, so you should totally do it. She does it in a sweet, humorous way, but she's pretty much pushing him to do this. Another girl is also being talked into it by her mom. 2 waiters at a restaurant, they're both trying for it. When one of them, the girl, gets hit on by the old man who is married to the hot younger woman, saying how pretty she is. If she sings as well as she looks, well, then she's definitely a shoo-in. So yeah, there's a little bit of tension there. The villain, if anything, I guess, and this is the hot younger woman. But yeah, and so yeah, there's also people who are just coming from different other circumstances. Like one kid's mom is in a coma, and he's trying to become famous, so he has money to pay for her operation and hospital stay. Another is just like a delivery boy who somehow gets everybody around a food truck to dance while his friend films it. I don't know. A lot of this kind of steps into the surreal at different points, but not in a way that looks surreal. It's every once in a while you get a song started. And by the way, if you're expecting music that's on the level of Carnival or just like crazy Rio de Janeiro type like music, just upbeat and just, you know, crazy. No, all the singers are encouraged when they're auditioning to sing traditional classic Brazilian songs. And so you get a lot of like power ballad type stuff, or really just old school classic. For if the comparison would be to America, it would be like pre-rock and roll big band type of things, but to guitar or to piano or things like that. So it's, yeah, that's the best American correlation I can make to it, but it's pure Brazilian music, and they're all very talented, of course, and some have a little bit more charisma than others, but and there's points where suddenly I look down for a minute and I hear singing, and I look up and they're like looking right at me. And it's not just one. And none of these characters, well, I should say most of these characters don't even know each other. It's like they're each auditioning separately, but they're doing the same song. And so we get them technically singing together to us, the viewer. They're looking right at you. And one time they make it look like the character is singing directly at you while her mom plays piano, and then the camera just sort of pans around, and eventually you realize that she's singing to an iPad. It's like there's an iPad set up, and then you get behind the iPad and you can see that she's performing for a digital camera, basically. So yeah, like I'm doing right now. Yeah. So it's that was a little weird to get used to for a while, but because since these characters don't know each other for the most part, there's a few that are friends, some that might be rivals, and they all sort of perform together at different points in the show. And then the very last minute, it's really the first episode is all about everybody kind of getting that calling and then going, well, what should I do? I don't know if I should do this. I don't think I'm ready for this. Should I do this at all? No, I really, really want to do this, but how can I do it? And the circumstances that get them to audition and then send in their tapes. And then there's a review process where you see the people who run the company, which is the hot young woman, her older husband, her ex-husband, and his new husband, and other people involved. And it's a whole dramatic mishmash of people making these decisions. So you imagine it's Simon Cowell and a few other people sitting around going, making their judgment. It's an American Idol with a obvious script rather than a fake one. So yeah, all this is born out of the love of worldwide love of singing competitions. Yeah, there's not such a thing as just American Idol. There is every type of idol around the world. We've seen that for the last 20 years or so. There's different singing competitions. You can go Google it. It's YouTube it. You can find it. It's out there. So in this case, it's rather than, of course, jumping on something that already exists, of course, they have to create their own thing. And yes, this is a story about their struggles and their rise to fame. Or maybe some of them don't make it. I don't know. But in the very last scene of this, we kind of get a preview of what's to come. And by the way, even though this is like a 42-minute episode, the first one, really it ends hard at 36 minutes, and the rest is just credits. But yeah, there's a point where the kind of director of the show starts hearing the scuffling behind him on the stage as it just sort of steps away from the table that's set up in the theater as they were looking through headshots and videos and stuff. And he turns around and he sees dancers. Then he sees singers, and they're all dressed in black, and it looks like a ballet performance in a sense, but they're all sort of singing with each other. But it's the characters that we know, and it's obvious that this is all in his head, but not at first. It's all in his head. He's just sort of imagining all these faces he's seen today singing together and performing. You know, these people have not shown up for the action. They just got the call that they were accepted in the previous scenes, and they're just like, oh my God. So there's no way that they're this finely tuned machine that makes him go, oh my gosh, this is going to work out great. They're already performing perfectly. No, This is just sort of his vision for what's to come. And will it all work out the way he expects? We don't know. Well, of course, you have to watch the entire series. I won't, because it's not really for me. While this is not a reality series, it's very much like those singing reality series. I hate those. I really absolutely hate those so much. I don't like reality shows, but you root for the kids. You probably have your favorites. It's got that. It's not a telenovela type of thing like Mexico has a very strong telenovela, and then you got the Korean soap operas. It kind of falls into that realm of type of storytelling where there's just heightened drama and people are just feeling really strong emotions a lot of time. It's not cheesily done. Of course, in America we have our daytime soap operas where everything is kind of on a different level of acting. It's not like that. These people, I think they're pretty good actors, and they're playing their characters. They're getting it all together, and they could be stars. Can the guy make enough money to help his mom out of a coma? And it's a lot of this stuff sounds really cliche, but that's just the way it is. So can they get the person out of a coma? Can this girl who's just like a dishwasher or something rise above the woman who's the starlet on the stage that she feels is beneath her in the small club where she is forced to perform? And there's all sorts of drama. It's just what it is. But there's music, and so if you love Brazilian music, and one of the good things about this is that they do not overdub the singing into English. So you get the authentic singing, the music. They do subtitle that, though. So they subtitle the lyrics in whatever language you're watching it in my case, English, when they are singing. So it's not like they go, oh, hey, I'm overdubbing all my speaking parts, but now I'm going to have another actor overdub my singing. No, you're going to get genuine Brazilian singing and music in this. So if that's what you like and that's what you're interested in, here you go. This is it. So that's all I really can say. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
356.
356. 356. 356. Oh, wow. Okay. We got another series. And it's definitely not anything like what we just watched, but I think it's animated. I'm pretty sure, unless there's something about this I'm misunderstanding about this title, but it is very Disney. It is the Quack Pack. I'm guessing it's duck involved. It's duck-centric storytelling. Just a guess. All right. The Quack Pack is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.